On today's expose, Kevin, I wanted to highlight who else? Steve Rogers himself, Captain America.
Oh my god!
Oh my god! He first appeared in Captain America Comics #1 in December 20th of 1940. Created by Joe Simon and Jack Kirby. Oh, Jack Kirby was amazing. He was like the original artist for so many characters.
Yeah.
What's interesting and what's paid tribute to in Rogers the Musical, which I got to see with you.
Yeah, you did. It's such a good show. Oh my god.
Such a good show.
And our friend.
Yeah. He actually first came out in Timely Comics, which you remember in Rogers when he was doing the poses with the comic, they were Timely Comics that he was posing in front of.
Oh, see?
Yeah.
Ooh.
And so Kirby and Simon originally came up with the character because they fucking hated the Nazis. They were like, I hate the Nazis. I hate what they're doing. We want to like make a character that represents America, like kicking some Nazi ass. So that's how he was thought of. And like he literally goes head to head with Hitler. Like Hitler was the original big bad, and Red Skull is just kind of like Hitler's assistant. Like, hey, right. Red Skull, take a note. You know what I mean? Give me some coffee.
Yes, sir. Whatever you say, sir. Hitler, sir.
Yeah. Yes, Hitler, sir. So, yeah. So that's how he first came out. He actually, this is kind of funny to me because same as X-Men, his comics started to decline after the war because everybody was so done with the war. They're like, I don't want to read about the war. Like, we just went through the fucking war. Can we just get away from the war? So he actually got discontinued in 1950. They tried to bring him back in 53, but people were like, no, I'm still over him. I don't want to talk about Captain America anymore. So in 1964, they thought, okay, maybe it's been enough time. And they were right because they brought him back. They brought him back as explicitly, once again, an anti-Nazi figure. That's when they kind of had him come back from under the ice and everything. And since then, he's been a mainstay, obviously, because he has, his own trilogy. He's been such a huge part of comics, TV shows, movies. So this was the right move. Yeah. And it was said, I think it was Kirby, if I remember right, but one of the creators said one of the things they love about Captain America is that he is used as a symbol to represent America at any given time, which we've seen. One of my favorite use, because I'm not gonna lie, I'm not a huge fan of Captain America. I think he's kind of boring. He's a little too clean cut for me.
Boy Scouty.
Yeah. But I think he definitely
kind
has
of a Cyclopsy kind of thing. But
I was gonna say it, but I didn't want to offend. I didn't want to offend any Cyclops fans.
Well, I know Cyclops' reputation. I know, but I think
My favorite use of Captain America as a symbol has been, I think I talked about this before, but in saying that
the movie,
different people across America have taken up his symbol. So there's like a black girl who is Captain America. There's one of my favorites, Aaron Fisher, who is a queer character who's black, who's Captain America. So just by having all these different races and religions and, sexualities, all take up the mantle, it shows that Marvel Comics is saying everybody is America, everybody belongs in America. So that was, to me, very beautiful that they did that.
And even in the movies, in the MCU, after the blip kind of thing, when they talk about that meeting, they have Captain America being sympathetic to the queer character.
Oh yes,
that's always great.
Yeah, it shows that there's all these men who look up to Captain America, and he loves queer people. He supports queer people. So that's a huge message to send out there.
Yes, and Chris Evans with his gay brother. So yay, full circle.
And I don't know if this is popular opinion, but I think his brother is cuter than him.
I go where I wanna go. Jean!
Scott!
Jean!
Scott! I summon the Arctic winds!
No more mutants!
I summon the Arctic winds!
No
Welcome to this week's Solving for X. My name is Shawn. I'm the ultimate excavationist.
And I'm something of an X fan myself, Kevin.
Yay! It's Kevin. Oh,
Yes.
we had 2 requests this week. I forgot. I needed to look up one of them.
Oh yeah, M-Boy. I saw M-Boy's messages.
Yes, that's who it was. It was M-Boy. M-Boy was like, have you guys ever thought about doing like a watch along? I think that'd be so much
Yeah.
fun.
It would be. And I, because I never would do it on the Charmed podcast because we're doing like published stuff. But like this show, we're actually watching things. It would be kind of cool to just like get our reactions in the moment and talk about it and little watch party it. So
Yeah,
yeah.
so maybe one day we'll try to make that happen. Because, I think we do have a lot of random thoughts while we're watching. So being able to talk to people with those random thoughts would be a blast.
But it might be fun for 97 when it's brand new to everybody.
True.
Yeah.
Very true. The other one we got was from friend of the pod, Ryan Terry, who asked, would we want to cover Thanksgiving? I would say that would be a lot of fun. I don't think we're going to because I don't have a lot of time right now with all my schooling and stuff. But I did want to give my thoughts on the movie Thanksgiving because oh my God, Kevin. I had probably the most fun in a theater that I've had in a while watching Thanksgiving. It was so Scream. It was so just like
Oh,
funny
that's
and
great.
campy, but also like it had its kind of scary parts. It had its gross parts, but like they weren't gross in the way Eli Roth usually is. Because usually I'm like, you're just like trying too hard at this point. Like I'm not a huge Eli Roth fan, but this one was like the appropriate amount of grossness to make you go ooh, but not like, am I gonna throw up?
Yeah. Yeah, because I haven't seen any of his other movies. Because I knew his reputation, so I'm like, I don't think I'm gonna like that. But I do really enjoy the Scream movies and the Scream franchise. I think they're great. So if it's more in that category and it has like the comedic elements to it, because I never saw the movie, I didn't even know it was a movie till like you talked. I'm like, what? It's like, isn't that fake movie in front of a grindhouse?
Yeah.
Thanksgiving. That's all I remember about it. So I'm like, I didn't even know it was a real movie. I'm like, all right, well, I guess
and
I have
one
to
thing,
figure it out.
yeah, one thing too is it, as silly as it can be at times, it made a really good point. Like the movie, no spoilers, but the movie starts off with like this really kind of brutal Black Friday scene at what's obviously like a Walmart, but it's called ShopRite or something, or Right Mart. So like it makes a point about the human condition and how disgusting we are with like how we are to other people just for a deal. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And that's kind of
seriously.
the basis of the movie. So like it was
That's
a really
smart.
smart movie. It was really smart,
Yeah.
really fun,
It has something
really
to say and
entertaining.
has something, a
Yeah.
warning about America.
Mhm.
America.
America.
Full
Fuck
circle.
yeah. And like I walked out of the theater. I saw it with Alan, my man who was with us last week. And I was already like, oh my God, I hope there's going to be a sequel. Oh my God. In the sequel, they could do this. Oh my God. In the sequel, they could do this. So yeah, it definitely stayed with me.
Oh, nice.
Cool. But we're not here to talk about Thanksgiving. By the way, did you have
Happy
a good
Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving yesterday?
I totally did. Yeah, I guess.
We're
It's a
recording
weird.
this before Thanksgiving.
Yeah. Recording before Thanksgiving, but by the time you hear this, it'll be after Thanksgiving. So hello from the past, future,
Yeah. What are
whatever
your
this
plans
is.
for Thanksgiving?
I don't have many. I don't think I'm going to even see my family because my sister has to work. But I'm going to a little get together with people that I hang out with a lot. Other family that's not my family, but other people's family that's kind of like family.
Yeah.
So yeah, but it should be good. It should be nice. It's the first one without my mom, so it's gonna be a little weird. But we're it should be okay.
Yeah, it'll be good. And at least you'll be with people, so you won't be just like
Yeah.
sitting and dwelling on that.
Right.
But yeah, I'm seeing my family. I have to work too until 1, and then seeing family, and then seeing Victoria, who y'all know and love.
Yeah.
As long as we're Shawn and Kevin and not just our listeners. Cool. So let's get into our episode. So last week on Previously On, we asked, who else would you want to see as a fairy tale character on X-Men? And the choices were Rogue, Beast, Storm, or Mr. Sinister. We both said Mr. Sinister. So did Alan, I think. I think he did. Oh well.
Yeah, I think so too.
Uh,
He did. I remember.
I was a little surprised. Did you see how this went?
I was watching it. Storm was like in the lead for a lot of it, so I bet you Storm won.
Yeah. Okay. So let's look. So Beast had 4%. Oh, and then Rogue had 15%. Mr. Sinister 29%, and Storm 52%. People freaking
Yeah.
love Storm.
Yeah.
Which I guess I just read this today. I haven't read the actual comic, but it was in the news. Apparently, like there's a comic where Thor calls on Storm to be like a goddess of thunder because she's like that fucking
Oh,
powerful as a mutant. So even he's like,
wow.
I bequeath this to you, basically.
Game recognizing game. Okay, let's go.
Yeah, yeah. All right, so Old Soldiers. So this aired February 22nd, 1997, written by Len Wein, who was the creator of Wolverine. So we'll have some interesting talks about Wolverine.
Yeah. Yeah. I was trying to, because I told you, I know someone who knows Len Wein's widow. I was trying to get her on for this episode, but I didn't hear back from him in time. But that'd be cool to like hear from her.
Yeah,
So
I do
maybe
have some
sometime in the
questions I would
future.
ask.
Yeah.
And I actually peppered in, because I have a lot of stuff about Captain America since he's been around for so long. I thought rather than inundating people in the very beginning, I'll just pepper it throughout the episode. Pepper it in. Pepper it in. Pepper it in.
Pop, 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 pop. Pepper it in. Pass the pepper. Pass the pepper, please.
Yeah. So this episode, it had some like pretty long scenes. So we don't have as many scenes, but the ones we have are pretty long. Just a heads up.
Okay.
All right, let's get started. So, at a graveyard that doesn't really exist in Paris, a group of three soldiers gather around a grave to salute a fallen comrade. They turn to leave and see a flare-haired familiar chap standing near another grave. They gravely mistaken Logan for Logan, who they served with in the army. Logan is all bitchy and goth at them. He knows he can't join them because it will expose him as a mutant. Wolverine stands and reminisces over the grave of Andre Cocteau.
Oh, your cocktoe's bigger than his. I don't. Is that like a camel toe, a cock toe?
Okay, we'll go with that. Why not? I thought it was a moose knuckle, but a cocktail.
Oh yeah.
Wolverine gets mad at the grave for cheating him out of his vengeance and stabs it before reflecting on the past.
Yeah.
What did you think of this scene?
It was nice. I mean, it got them setups. It's funny that I was funny that the guy, he's like, you couldn't say bistro. He said bistro.
Oh,
it's like the accent is, I was like, really? You don't know what a bistro is? You're in Paris. You don't know what a bistro is? But sure.
That is something I read that, it was kind of saying like, because this is for kids, like a lot of words are mispronounced or said wrong in French or German or in their accent. So that is funny that you noticed that.
Yeah. I mean, those crazy German soldiers later, I'm like, oh my God. You're like, I was like, I don't know. I was like, oh, but yeah, anyway.
Yeah.
I can't remember what they said right now, but it was super like funny to me.
Yeah. And apparently there's no graveyard that overlooks the Eiffel Tower like that. Like, I guess somebody actually searched and there's nothing.
Yeah. I mean, there's graveyards. There's like Père Lachaise, which is famous, but that's like way like away from the Eiffel Tower. So yeah. Oh, me.
Yep.
In the past,
I wrote that for you.
1944. Thank you. In Paris, to be exact, Wolverine was working for American intelligence in France. Officer of Strategic Services, to be exact. Office of Strategic Services. He was taking a stroll through Montmartre, village of sin. Ooh, he was busy avoiding Uncle Adolf's goose-stepping goons. That was a funny little thing to put in there. I like that. Logan slips on a rooftop, click, 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 and nearly falls. Logan slips down a rooftop. Click, click, click. I don't know. Exposing his location to the Germans. Oh no! Logan tricks the bird into flying away by throwing a little pebble at it, keeping him safe. And they're like, that little bird, oh support, you're so stupid.
When you did the laugh, you look like a Muppet.
It's like, oh, you're so stupid. You think that's a person? Oh, that's just a bird. He repels down into the village for cover.
Whenever I hear of Montmartre, I always think of Moulin Rouge, where the dad's like, "Village of Sin."
Oh yes. I think I'm trying to think. Is that where the gays are? I don't remember.
I think so.
I think
And
it is.
what's fun, because I actually went to Montmartre when I was in France with Alan, and we were walking, and it was so random because Alan's like, "Oh, you see it where those people are taking pictures?" I think that was was it? I think it was Van Gogh. Van Gogh apparently lived there, and we happened to walk by his apartment.
Yeah. Yeah. Is that where they have the Van Gogh Museum?
That was in was it that was in Amsterdam, I think, or was it France?
There's some museum. Who was it? I was looking at. Oh, I was thinking of the Hunchback of Notre Dame, Victor Hugo. I was thinking of Victor Hugo. Never mind.
Oh, okay.
Victor Hugo Museum. Okay.
But
That's
yeah,
in the Marais.
apparently Van Gogh had a big presence in both, I think, Amsterdam and it was in Amsterdam and in France. So yeah, we went to the museum, I think, in Amsterdam, if I remember right. Could be completely off. But I was actually surprised with Van Gogh's art. I didn't realize just how many like styles he kind of went through. He went through like a really gothic phase, and I was like, I fucking love this stuff.
Cool.
Yeah. Oh wait, I was gonna say something. I didn't make a note here, but in the comics, even though Wolverine is very Canadian, he did work for the Office of Strategic Services. So this is actually like pretty accurate to things. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, Len knows what he's doing.
Yeah, he did. Well, yeah, he originated the language.
It is the language.
RuPaul reference, people. Speaking of, Logan
RuPaul.
Logan sneakily shantays along closed storefronts. He knocks a secret knock, and a woman with a mole, Justine to be exact, opens the door. Have you found the phrase that I told you I repeated a lot in this?
It's like, what is it? The night has eyes or something, right?
Oh no, I just keep repeating to be exact.
Oh, to be exact.
Yeah.
Oh, I think of the door phrase, but okay. Be exact.
The two exchange a secret code, and Logan enters the store. Justine leads Logan through a secret passage in the floor. They enter a cellar. Logan smells something. Out comes Happy Sawyer. Kevin! We have a cameo.
Come out, wherever you are.
Don't worry about us, Dingo. We'll make sure we can.
Cameo.
I was like, 90s moment? No.
No. Oh, that'd be funny if we had a 90s moment when they're all the way back in like the 40s.
Yeah, right.
So, Happy Sawyer, he's not someone I'm super familiar with. He actually first debuted in Nick Fury and the Howling Commandos #1, May 1963. And he was nicknamed Happy Sam because of how serious he was. So, like, it was, yeah.
Oh, that's good.
And much like it happens in this episode when he tells Wolverine, only my men call me that, that's really how it, only like his friends call him that.
Nice.
He was actually in the show Agent Carter, played by Leonard Roberts. So they actually had him played by a black man, which he was a sexy black man too. So I'm like, I'm good with this. I'm good with this.
Get the Nick Fury treatment, yes.
Yeah. And apparently, like, just to give you an idea, when I went on his Wikipedia, he basically had like 4 paragraphs of information, which for a Marvel character, That's nothing. So he
Yeah.
doesn't make a very big presence in the comics, even.
Hmm.
He shows Logan a map of Chateau Zamor. I think that's what it was. He tells Logan that Andre Cocteau, a scientist essential to their side, is being held there, to be exact.
To be exact.
To be exact.
That's a Sister Act reference.
Is it?
It's in the song. When they go, no muscle bound man could take the My Guy song, but there's a part where like the old man's like to be exact, and that's
Okay.
like,
And here I thought it was original. Oh.
oh,
Cocteau is being held there, and he tells Logan the chateau is nearly impenetrable, but they need Logan to infiltrate it and free Cocteau or kill him. Logan accepts. Sam tells Logan that his partner will be waiting at the mountain base room. Logan don't like it. Justine dramatically tells Logan that Andre is her father, and the two fall in love faster than Anna and Hans.
oh.
Oh,
I did like.
Mhm.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I
I was
just
gonna say I
like
did like when they opened the door.
Logan, he walks so awkward.
Oh, yeah, he did look. He did walk awkward. You're right. He's like, and when he came to the door with the secret code, it said "ferme" on it, which means closed. French.
Oh, I thought it meant something like sick or like medicine or something, but that's
Yeah,
interesting.
it just means closed.
Closed.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you speak French, so you know more
I
about what's
know.
going on than I do.
Right. Logan once more hits the streets. He saves a young French Aladdin from being shot by Germans and funny voices. So Germans. Even their voice. Even their voice. Logan bears up the soldiers. He is almost shot before a star-spangled shield blocks the bullets. Enter Red Underoos Undeed Captain America. The two heroes fight off the Nazis. Cap returns the bread to the boy. He's like, here you go, a baguette, a full baguette for you. And then the boy's like, Vive France! Vive liberté! I remember that. So he was saying, like, long live France, long live freedom. Logan and Cap agree to scram before reinforcements arrive. Captain America introduces himself as Captain America.
So I did think it was interesting not to take sides, because I know there's a lot of feelings about America taking sides right now with this war going on. But it is interesting that like the boy stole bread and Captain America took the bread back and gave it to the boy. Like, I know it's the right thing to do, but it's interesting that he took sides and sided with the one who did something wrong.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, what is the greater need? It's like, are wrong things for the right reason okay sometimes?
Yeah. And especially, I just read this today. I read a lot today, girl. But I think it does lead weight to Captain America as a character, and it does make him more interesting to me. For example, I just started on Uncanny Avengers, Uncanny Avengers, I think it was, where it's after Fall of X. So all the mutants have been like killed, quotes, because I think it showed them on another planet basically. But Orcus orchestrated this whole thing where like there's not very many mutants left on Earth, and Captain America puts together the Unity Squad again, where it's basically like he's gathering mutants to fight with him in the name of protecting mutants. So he's once again kind of being an outlaw in order to help the mutants. So
see,
he does do stuff like this.
See, so American.
yeah, it's kind of true. But it's cool that, like, I don't know, maybe this is politically charged, but I feel like he's American in the way a lot of times Democrats are. Like, when abortion got illegalized, like, it's not the right thing in a lot of our eyes. Like, I read 70% of Americans don't agree with that. So, like, I feel like Cap would be on that side in real life.
Mm-hmm. See?
Speaking of Cap, he's voiced by Lawrence Bain. Does he sound familiar at all to you?
No, what should I know him from?
You should know him from X-Men the Animated Series because he also voices Cable.
Ah, how funny!
Yeah. And I did a search beforehand. I couldn't recall, and the search proved it too. I don't remember ever seeing Cap in little red panties, but like it's strangely sexy to me.
Red marks the spot.
It does. And like it's a very X-Men thing because all the X-Men wear little panties, but like yeah, I like it. I like it, Cap.
Yeah. Yes.
Back at the Diabolique Castle, Logan and Cap stand down below, figuring out how to get inside. Logan pulls out 2 sets of claws that look remarkably familiar. He tosses a set to Cap, and the two begin scaling the wall. Logan makes fun of Cap's flashy suit and says he wouldn't be caught dead in something that gaudy. Cap tells Logan he wears it with pride as a symbol of something greater.
Yeah. So this was interesting to me because I'm
Tell
like,
me about it, Janet.
so this had to be before the Weapon X experimentation, since he didn't have claws. But then again, like there's different things where he has the bone claws, so like this is not the thing. But you have stuff to tell me about, I'm sure. But like, yeah. Go
I
ahead.
have bullet points of notes for you
Okay.
here. But
Okay.
you're right. So remember last week I told you there's a continuity error, and this is kind of up for interpretation, and it's also
Yeah.
kind of like depending on whose continuity we're talking about. Because, well, first off, I guess I didn't know this until today in my research, but I guess there was talk of Wolverine actually being a Wolverine turned human, and
Oh.
yeah, it was supposed to be done by the High Evolutionary, and Len Wein said, "Fuck no, this wasn't
Wow.
my idea. He was always a mutant from my point of view when I
Yeah.
made the
Don't twist
character."
my. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
So apparently, this was later in an interview. Dave Cockrum said that this was something that he was playing with. So it looks like it was a Dave Cockrum idea to make this a thing. But when Len first made Logan, Logan was going to be like a sexy young dude. He was going to fit in with the X-Men. And Len, when he made the character in the Hulk, the Incredible Hulk, when Wolverine first makes his appearance, Wolverine's wearing adamantium gloves with retractable claws. So he wasn't meant to have any actual
Yeah.
claws yet, which is why we see it in this episode. What's kind of a little, I guess, maybe bitchy of Len Wein is the claws were established, the bone claws were established in Fatal Attractions in 1993. And Fatal Attractions is when Magneto pulls all the adamantium out of Wolverine.
Oh.
So it had been an established continuity for 4 years already, but Len Wein decided to ignore that and in X-Men, the animated series, make it so the claws are still from Weapon X.
Interesting. So his original kind of thing.
Yeah. And
That's funny.
the actual claws being part of Wolverine were first established by Chris Claremont in X-Men 98 in April of 76. So that's where it was then brought into continuity that Weapon X gave Wolverine the claws. So
Yeah.
lots of different like continuities going on. And Dave Cockrum was the one who established Wolverine as, this makes me feel so old, Wolverine's only supposed to be 40.
Oh my god!
I mean, he's
What?
supposed to look 40. I mean, he's
Yeah.
supposed to, but like they established him as so much older than the other X-Men. I'm
Yeah.
like, 40's
I
not
always
that
think of him
old.
like I always think of him more like closer to 50, That's how I always envisioned him. Just like a sexy daddy 50-year-old.
So, yeah.
But this is weird. This is what's weird, Like you watch these shows when you were kids, and I think of like, Friends and Charmed, and like they're older than me. I'm just a little kid, and now you're like way past them. Like, what?
Yeah.
Like I'm still not that old.
It makes me think, I saw Rachel last week and we were talking about the Mean Girls preview for the musical. and one of the
Yeah.
previews says "Not your mother's Mean Girls," and there was like a 40-year-old woman on
What?
TikTok who was like, "What do you mean? What do you mean by that? Not your mother's Mean Girls? What do you mean? Are you saying them all? What do you mean by that?"
I'm not a lame mom, I'm a cool mom. You know?
Yeah, exactly.
That is
We're
so
getting to
crazy to
that
me, though.
point.
Oh, what happened? I don't like the
Yeah.
world. I'm supposed to get old. It's supposed to be like stay with our time.
Exactly.
6.
Yep.
The two heroes make it to the top of the cliff. Logan's about to say, "It's clear." Oh, sailing from here. It's clear sailing from here. When two Nazis happen upon them. Cap and Logan explode into action and easily dispatch the stupid fucking Nazis. Logan has a moment where he feels the claws ain't half bad to use. He's like, "Hey, I kind of
Hey.
like these thingies.
Yeah.
I thought this would just be a cool tool, but maybe it will keep them around a little longer." Logan finds a door that smells like fear, and smells like fear, and him and Cap break in. They easily dispatch a room full of guards. They find Andre Cocteau and tell him they're here to bring him safely back to his daughter. Andre doesn't want to go with them. Logan does something to Andre, which knocks him out. He's like, he'll be okay. Cap and Logan lead Andre away.
So now that I think about it, I don't know if he said clear sailing or smooth sailing, but do you recognize that saying?
I've heard it before. I don't know where it originated, the language, but
You heard it in Night of the Sentinels because Morph says it. He says it's smooth sailing.
oh,
Mhm. Yeah. So
Okay.
you probably got it from Logan.
And I love it too because he still has got his senses, his little sniffies, and he's definitely got the healing factor by now. So even though he doesn't
Yeah.
have his claws, he's still got his other mutations. So
I have mixed feelings because I like that he refers to the claws, but at the same time, I'm like, it's a little on the nose. Like, oh, I kind of like these, and then he just so happens to get them later. You know what I mean?
right.
But it's
Oh, this might be a weird place to ask this question, but I wanted to ask it since we're on this episode.
ask me, baby.
Okay. I saw a fun little kind of a video where it's like, I was gonna see if I can find it and put it on the page later, but it's like, just remember, Wolverine can never be uncircumcised or be circumcised or stay circumcised. But it got me thinking because yes, he does have the healing factor, but if he was circumcised before puberty, would he only heal to where he was when the mutation occurred? You know,
Yeah, I would say anything before his mutation manifested
stay.
would not heal. Yeah.
right. That's what I would say. So that could be incorrect if he was ever circumcised before the mutation. Although if he was in Canada, he probably was uncircumcised.
True.
So I don't know. It's just funny to think about.
Should that be the image of the week?
Oh god, that would get a lot of hits. So yeah, but I'll post the video that inspired my thought process of this. So
Okay, I like it. I mean, it makes sense because, like, for example, with Moira, we talked about her, but she has the power to like come back to life in a new reality. But if she dies before her mutation manifests, then she wouldn't come back.
right.
So I would assume that's the same for Wolverine. If anything before the mutation is fair game.
Right.
Mhm.
See, cool.
Cool. As the trio are leaving the castle, Andre comes to. He steals Cable's line and asks, "What happened?" Logan that's the thing. I was going to talk about that. I forgot. I actually even read in the show notes that like it's unclear how Wolverine knocks out Andre. Like it's just so weird. Like he's like, I can put him out, and then he just does something we don't see, and Andre's knocked out. Do you have
it's
any
kind of funny.
theories?
Isn't it like that when you can put pressure on like the neck or something and you pick someone pass out? That's what I was guessing.
Yeah, like a pressure point, and that's actually what
Yeah.
they said too. Most likely a pressure point, because yeah, Wolverine doesn't have any like power that would make him be able
No.
to do that. So it has to be a pressure
Be
point.
just training, you know?
Yeah. Logan tells him they knocked him out, but don't worry, it's for Andre's own good. Just then, they are stopped by a sinister German voice. Soldiers! Cap and Logan easily dispatches them. Andre seems frightened by Cap and Logan's brutality. Logan grabs Andre and the trio look for an exit as the alarms signal explosion. They are stopped once again by a shit ton of inept guards. The trio are surrounded. Captain tells Logan to surrender to protect Cocteau. Just then a new voice is heard off screen. And I love Andre's face when he sees Cap and Wolverine fighting. He's like,
Oh my goodness!
oh no!
It's me, Cocteau!
It's the biggest look of surprise.
And the voice, it's Red Skull! Red Skull thanks Andre for setting off the alarm and thanks him for being a credit to the Nazi cause. And Wolverine be mad. He's like, what? You set off the alarm? You betrayed us? Oh, back at the grave. Logan reminisces on how mad he was at Cocteau. Oh, for ratting them out. Oh, good. I was on it.
Did you recognize Red Skull's voice? I think his was harder to place.
See, I don't even think about them. I don't even think about the voices as much in here.
Okay.
I mean, sometimes I do, but barely. I'm like just like enjoying the show. But wow. Okay, go ahead.
I could hear Cable's voice in Captain America, but I could not hear Cedric Smith's voice in Red Skull.
Oh, wow.
And Cedric Smith is Professor X, which is crazy.
Yeah.
That's voice acting for you.
There you go.
So he also voiced Zebediah Kilgrave, the Purple Man from when Scott went to the orphanage. And then I put here, Red Skull's also played by Hugo Weaving, of course, in the MCU. Yay!
Yes. Mr. Anderson.
Mr. Anderson. So I guess I didn't count it as a cameo, but let's make it a cameo. Because Red Skull's in this a lot. But, like, it's the only episode he's in.
Come out, wherever you are.
Don't worry about us, Dingo. We'll make sure we can.
Cameo.
So he was first in Captain America Comics #1 in March 1941. His name is Johann Schmidt. He's a protege of Adolf Hitler. Usually he leads Hydra, so it's interesting that like Hydra's never actually mentioned in this episode.
Interesting, though, that they have the same kind of thing. Hail Hydra is very much a Hitler.
That's true. Yep.
Yeah. Parallels, players.
Red Skull also kind of fell off the map until in July 1966, they retroactively said that he went into a suspended animation similar to Cap, so that way they could bring him back and continue to use him. And at first, in the early comics, his Red Skull was originally a mask, which might be why in this episode it looks a little bigger. But later, there was a freak accident to where it's fused to him, so it actually is his skull.
Wow.
But this is fucked up, Kevin. This really stuck with me because when I read the Ultimate Comics, I wasn't as familiar with a lot of these characters. But in Ultimate Comics, Cap has an illegitimate son with Gail Richards. And like the son seems fine at first, but at 17, he goes crazy. He kills 200 soldiers. He then wants nothing to do with Steve Rogers. Your face is priceless because he hates Steve for like leaving him and being a symbol of so much good. So he cuts off his own face so that he won't look like Steve. And then he is actually the one who assassinates JFK because that's his way of defying like the man. And then he goes on to being a reoccurring ultimate villain for Cap. And just to give you an idea of how fucked this character was, there was a woman who he was basically like torturing, and he told her, you need to decide, are you going to kill your infant child or are you going to kill your husband? So the lady decides to kill her infant child, and then a Red Skull has his men kill her husband in front of her, and then he has them rape her.
This is too much.
He is
It hurts
terrible
my
in
brain.
Ultimate. Yeah, he's
This is too.
really a villain.
Why are these comics so like traumatizing?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! And I just watched the documentary about Mister Rogers, which was super nice. Um, and
I like
was
how we went from these extreme terrible things to Mr. Rogers.
it's related, I swear. But like he talked about because Daniel, you know, the little lion or the tiger, Daniel Tiger. In his first episode they brought up the JFK assassination, and he asked like, "What does assassination mean?" And so he was really teaching children about these concepts that were affecting the nation. And he wasn't, you know, most people try to shy them away, but their kids will notice sadness in the adults in their lives, and they'll want to understand it. And so Mr. Rogers was great at giving them at least a context for them to feel and understand what their families would be feeling.
Interesting. I like that.
So it's very nice. Yeah.
And
Such
I
a
was
good little man.
surprised watching the documentary just how much bigger Mr. Roger was than just a show. Like, he was very political. He was an activist. Like, there's a lot more than
Yeah.
just a man saying, "Be my neighbor."
Right. Yeah. Amazing.
Mm-hmm. In the past, we see Cap tied to a rack and Logan dangling from the ceiling. Red Skull is excited to test Cap's shield. Cap asks about Cocktail. Red Skull tells Cap to worry more for his own life, and he bounces. Cap tells Logan if he had his shield, he could get them the fuck out of there. Logan swings and legally throws the shield at a wall, which ricochets and frees himself. Logan then frees Cap. The two dudes are back on track. They head up the stairs after Red Skull.
This was so cool to me. I was like,
Yeah.
and I actually remembered this. I remember this segment because I was like, I came back and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is a memory. And so it stuck with me from the first time I ever watched these, like all those years ago. That
Nice.
moment. I was like,
just-
yeah, very good animation. Very good,
It's-
like, yeah.
It's very cool. It's a cool scene, good animation. The only thing that I think is funny is the dialogue. Captain says, "I can get us out of here with my shield," and then Wolverine proceeds to get them out of there with that
Yeah.
shield.
That is funny. Because I thought for sure, I thought he was going to try to get him the shield, but he just got himself out, unhipped Captain America, and like, here's your shield.
Yeah.
Like, okay. But still. I mean, he could have done all the same things except for having the if the shield like landed like at Captain America in his hand or something after he got himself out, then it would have been better.
Yeah.
But Red Skull is upstairs overseeing the construction of large humanoid machines. Andre Cocteau is overseeing their construction. He says the robots will be ready for testing within the hour. Enter Logan and Cap. Red Skull is surprised to see them, but snappily summons in a cadre of fresh soldiers. The soldiers begin firing at Logan and Cap. Cap shields them with his shield. The two throw themselves at the guards like bowling balls, and they easily dispatch them. Logan continues to fight the guards as Cap focuses on Red Skull.
Yeah, this was a fun battle too. I like the way they literally like threw themselves on the guard like bowling balls.
We need to see the sound effect, the bowling ball, you know, hitting the pins sound effect.
Yeah. Cap and Red Skull lock into battle. Red Skull proves to be a pretty shitty fighter and a little bitch. Cap easily dispatches him until Red Skull demands Andre to give him the control to the robot. Red Skull sicks it on our heroes. The sleepers, what the machine is, begin shooting at everything. Cap takes out the sleeper's right-hand gun. Logan jumps on its back and tears it to pieces. He opens up its control hatch and has Cap throw his shield at the wiring. The sleeper splodies. Red Skull grabs Andre and begins to make his escape as the base splodies as well. Cap goes after Red Skull and Cocktail, but Logan narrowly saves Cap from falling debris.
Yeah.
So Red Skull to me in this scene is giving me very Joker vibes, because Joker can never fight Batman, but he's good at like distracting him or like putting other people in danger.
Yeah, just like taunting, hey, looky here. You're going to save this person. Oh,
Mhm.
what's going to happen?
You can save them or you can capture me.
Exactly. All right. Logan and Cap give up on Skull and Cocteau and begin to make their own escape. Cap throws his shield and makes a door for them to escape through. They get out just in time to see Red Skull escaping in a jet with Cocteau. Cap and Logan jump on a wing of the jet. They hold on for dear life until they don't, and both of them fall off at the same time. Seem familiar? Logan and Cap conveniently fall into a rolling haystack and survive. Cap vows revenge. So they already defeated the big old robot then, huh? I missed that.
Yeah. When the robot is defeated, that's when everything like explodes.
Yeah. Cap said something there which made me laugh a little bit.
Tell me about it.
He says he didn't finish his thought. Basically, the bigger they come, and it's supposed to be the harder they fall. But I kept thinking the bigger they come, the stickier I get.
The longer I'm on the toilet. No?
Exactly.
Okay, sex. All right. As Cap and Logan watch Red Skull escape in the distance, they are joined by the Howling Commandos. Logan is mad. Cap and the Commandos are happy with the mission. Cap tells them they stopped the robot experiment and destroyed the base. Logan isn't happy. He still wants to find Cocteau.
Yeah, and Cap and his man friend, his buff beardy friend over there. I don't know. I liked him a lot, whoever that was.
He was nice looking.
He was. And he says, what do you say to the Canuck? He's like, you and the Canuck?
Yeah.
I was like, oh my.
That seems like such a naughty thing to say.
Yeah. I'm like, oh. But they're like, yeah, take it as a win. He's like, we destroyed a base. We stopped them from hurting with those. We stopped their little robot operations. Like, this is a win. We'll take whatever we can get. And Logan's like, no, I need to get revenge.
So I want to do another quick cameo. The Howling Commandos, they've been a big part of the comics, and they first appeared also in Sergeant Fury and the Howling Commandos, March 1964. Most notable out of them, the one that I've seen the most is Dum Dum Dugan. He's the one with the big like handlebar mustache.
Oh yeah.
He was actually played by Neil McDonough in Captain America: The First Avenger, and Gary Chalk in Nick Fury, Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. So Neil McDonough is this guy. You've probably seen him, but you don't recognize his name.
Oh yeah, I know him.
Yeah.
He was in Tin Man. He was in the Wizard of Oz thing, Tin Man.
Yes, and he was in Desperate Housewives and other things.
I've seen him in stuff, yeah.
But yeah, so Dum Dum Dugan, I forget what comic it was. It might have been Ultimate even. I remember like he came back as a life model decoy even at one point. But to explain a lot of the Howling Commandos as still being alive, they've said like there's a rumor that they got the Infinity Serum as well to like stop their aging process.
Oh.
Yes. Oh, and he was also in Agent Carter.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't watch that. I should probably watch that.
It was good. I was really sad though that they didn't keep going.
Yeah. All right, final scene?
Yep.
Back at the grave, Logan tells Cocteau he never saw him again, and I never got to make you pay for your treachery. Justine appears behind Logan, and he's like, Justine, is that you? And she appears behind Logan and tells him he doesn't know the whole story. Justine tells Logan her father was a carefully placed spy, a double agent. Ooh, interessant. Logan and Cap were sent to stage a fake rescue to solidify Cocteau's place with Red Skull. So it's all about keeping up appearances, making sure that he is still like keeping them like, you know, making them think that he's with them. It's great. So Cocteau went on to stop Skull's A-bomb and other WMDs. Justin encourages Logan to come have some fun with her. Let's go have a night on the town and catch up, old friend. He's like, yeah, you look really good. And she's like,
Yeah.
you look good too for your age. And
Even though Justine's 50 years older and she looks like
I know,
10 years
right?
older.
I know. It's like maybe she took some thing herself. I don't know, anti-aging
Yeah.
serum or something. Logan agrees, but first, I gotta do something. He goes back to the grave and takes out his claw thingies, his real claws now because he's older, and he's like, and he vandalizes the grave by sloppily writing "hero" on it with his claws.
I was like, that's not great, Wolverine. Like, you just fucked up the grave.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I was like, that was a nice little twist. I'm like, oh, see, that's good.
Yeah. So before I get into the episode, what were your thoughts on it? Extreme, expected, or X out?
You know, it's not normally my kind of storyline because it's more about Wolverine and stuff, but I did think it was well done. So I'm gonna give it an extreme. Yeah.
Yeah. I gave it extreme because we get Wolverine's past, and I told you last week, Eric Lewald was like, Len, we can't use Captain America, you fool. Like, Marvel's got him on such lockdown, and Len went in a week was like, I cleared it. We're good. So
Right.
it shows the power of Len. But yeah, it's a fun story. We get to see kind of the history of Wolverine and part of his past life. What's interesting is in Weapon X Lives in Videotape, like it made it seem like Wolverine didn't really have any memories, but it shows he did
Yeah.
have some memories.
Mhm.
But some of them were also fake memories. So this seems to be a real memory. But I also like for a kid show the overarching idea that like you don't know what's really going on. Like you could judge someone, but there may be more to the story. So it's a really good
Yeah.
lesson in like a high action, like fun storytelling.
Mhm. Everyone has motivations, and there's usually some deeper digging you can do
Yeah,
to fully flesh it out. So
exactly. So this episode is mostly based on X-Men, Uncanny X-Men 268, and then the story is actually fleshed out more in Wolverine Origins 16 through 20 because apparently it was popular. Interestingly enough, though, apparently Red Skull also makes an appearance in the Spider-Man animated series. And in
oh,
that, Spidey teams up with Captain America to fight machines made by Red Skull. So in some people's canon, Cocteau made the machines that Spider-Man and Cap had to fight.
oh,
Because it's the same universe we've seen because the X-Men hopped
yeah,
over there. So it makes sense.
yeah, and they did have their little crossover. So this would have been before then, probably before they came. No,
Um,
after. No, because never mind. Spider-Man's not in the past.
well, I think Red Skull debuted in Spider-Man 10 episodes before this one, but I can't remember. I think Cap showed up and fought Red Skull after this one in Spider-Man,
Yeah,
if I remember
right.
right from the notes.
So I keep forgetting that this memory is something that took place in the 40s, and Spider-Man would not be around in the 40s.
Yeah.
So it'd have to be like new. Because I'm like, oh yeah, it had to be before this because they took out the whole project. But after all those years they could have brought it back.
Exactly.
So.
Just another fun thing as well. It was revealed later in the comics that Captain America was the first experiment in what becomes the Weapon Plus program. So Wolverine being Weapon X or Weapon 10 is a direct correlation to Captain America. They were trying to recreate like the super soldier basically in different ways, and Wolverine was the 10th iteration of that.
See? How cool.
Put something around long enough, they're going to find fun ways to connect it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who would you say is the MXP?
See, this one it really is a team effort. Like I don't know how to pick between Cap and Wolverine for this one. I'm just gonna give it to them both. I could say Cocteau for being the undercover hero. So that might be there's another one, but I'm just gonna give it to the team.
Yeah. I ended up giving it to Cap for the reason that like he kept the secret, he led the team, like he really did like lead Wolverine into
That's
like
true.
doing the greater good. But yeah, it is very much both of them.
Yeah.
What would you say is the X factor?
I mean, collaborating with other comic characters is something that comics always do. It's very X-Men. It's something that X-Men always do. So I think that's a big factor of what makes this X-Men.
Yeah. And I think very much like exploring Wolverine's past and just like how many people
Hmm.
he's actually interacted with. Like one of my favorites to read was like, I guess not one of my favorites, but it was like a big whoa moment to me is like just how far back Wolverine and Mystique go. Like, because it's been revealed that Mystique can like replenish her organs through like
Right,
shifting.
right.
So like they knew each other like way back in the day. So it's kind of fun just to see like the way they keep adding to that lore.
Yeah.
Speaking of, so our previously on this week is who else would you like to see Wolverine team up with in the past in X-Men the Animated Series? Do you want him to be with Mystique, Namor, North Star, or Bucky? And the reason I put Namor is Namor was teamed up with Cap back in the 40s also. Him and the original Human Torch were the invaders.
Oh.
Oh, and I forgot to tell you this too. Bucky has an interesting little part in Wolverine's past. I don't remember if we talked about this. So Romulus, who was pulling all of Wolverine's strings, sent Bucky to kill the pregnant Itsu, who was
Oh,
pregnant with
right.
Kraken. Yeah.
Right, right. Yeah. Winter Soldier.
Yep.
Yeah. I do remember that, or reading about that. That's so crazy. How fun.
So that's kind of why I chose these four characters, and of course, North Star being part of Alpha Flight.
Buff Light. Hmm. I know things. I do things. How fun. Okay. I'm gonna say no more. Just because he's so sexy to me and I love water.
Yeah.
I want to see some underwater stuff happening. Like like on land, some underwater. Like, I don't know. It'd be fun.
Yeah. And there was this whole Namor story where apparently like he had amnesia, so he was wandering around the city in like a coat and a hat, and they like found him and had to like rehabilitate him. So there's story
Wow.
there.
Yeah.
This is hard for me. I'm going in between. I mean, Namor is my favorite out of these four characters, but I'm going between Mystique or Bucky because my answer
Because
was
of the
gonna be
history.
Mystique until I just told you about Itsu. I'm like, how amazing
Yeah,
would
like,
it be to see
ooh.
that story?
And then we can get some Docking in the animated
Yeah.
series.
I'm gonna go with Bucky. I'm going with Bucky for that
Okay.
reason.
You're right. You're right. That would make me really happy. That would make me really happy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's hard. Okay. You're right.
I know. There's like really great potential story with any one of these. So
That's
yeah.
true.
But Bucky.
Okay.
All right. So your final thing. So next up we have hidden agendas. What do you think happens in hidden agendas? It's all right there, Kevin. I don't know how you're not guessing what happens. Hidden agendas. It's so obvious.
Yeah, it's hidden to me, I guess. I don't know. Somebody has an agenda. I'm taking this out because that one died. Somebody has an agenda they're keeping secret, and they are gonna enact it out.
Yeah. Good guess.
I don't know who. Is that a Professor Xavier kind of story?
It's actually we're gonna get a episode focused on a character who doesn't get a lot of attention outside of the
Oh.
comics. This character was
Oh.
in one movie though, so we have seen a live action portrayal, but we get a kind of a whole episode about them. And they're a character I've liked since I was young, so yeah.
Now curiosity is happening. I'm thinking about the movies. Like, who would it be? Who would it be?
No, you're not gonna guess. You're not gonna guess. You're not gonna
Okay.
think of this movie right away, so I'm not gonna tell you.
Okay, I'm just okay.
But where can people find you, girl?
Yes, you can find me on the other podcast that I do, Words of the Witches with Shawn, and we are we are finishing off the Dynamite Thousand Deaths this week. So yeah, and then they're having an interview with the writer of those comics. So that's cool too. Oh my god! Oh my god! You can also follow my personal Instagram at. Did I say the name of it? Words of the Witches. Yes. You can also follow my personal Instagram KGZ87 KJEEZY87, and that's where I be. Ta-da.
Yeah. You can find me at Sean Perrett on Instagram, which will link you to my thread list, the shirts and other products I've done, or my book on Amazon, Witch's Brew, Dream of Waking. Why do I keep forgetting that today?
It's a long title.
Yeah.
It's a mouthful.
It is. Just like you. All right. Thank you for listening, Sexy Exies, and we'll see you next week for Hidden Agendas.
Woohoo! Woohoo!